Oh,
How's it
hello?
going?
Oh,
Yeah, you're good.
yes.
I can hear you.
Nice, nice. Sorry, I
We're
just
just going
a little lost
over the
here.
price action right now.
Nice. Absolutely.
One second, my wife asked me to shut the door. I'm gonna get in trouble. So, did you like the rollback prices today? Walmart's got a deal on rollback. Hey,
I haven't looked at it. What is it? Walmart.
Walmart earnings came in today, and they weren't good.
Shoot.
They were actually really bad, and the market dumped. I don't know what the ticker is for Walmart. Do you know what Walmart is? Wall. Let's try Wall. Mart. Does anybody know Walmart? Walmart. WMT. It's kind of gay. Oh my god. Oh, see, what did you do to Walmart, bro? Holy
Oh man,
shit.
look at that.
Walmart ate the soggy biscuit, man. Yeah, it's crazy. Okay. Oh my god, look at Walmart over time, man. This thing is parabolic. Look at this shit. Holy smokes, man. Up only. Up only for the win. Up only for the win. This is crazy. Okay, so Walmart came in bad earnings today. Look at the volume difference here. Holy smokes. It'll recover, right? I mean, everybody needs friggin' Walmart. Let's be real. Do you have Walmart in Mexico?
Yeah.
Do you call it Walmart or something cool like that?
Now
You add
it's called Walmart.
a little bit of Mexican spice to the Walmart. Mart. Walmart.
I was thinking of a joke you said, but man, you were faster. Oh,
And
sorry.
in
I just
Walmart, we
do.
go Walmart, Walmart. That's how we say it in
You
Canada.
need to roll your R in Walmart.
You know, my wife
Walmart.
cannot roll her R's.
Really?
My wife cannot roll her. She cannot. She can't do it. Like it's impossible for her. It's so funny. I go, hey, babe, go. She goes, ha, ha.
Yeah, it
It's
takes a bit
really
of
funny,
practice.
man. It's really funny.
Oh,
Wow.
my sound is
Okay.
not working.
Your sound isn't working.
Yeah. Oh, there it
Oh
is.
God. No kidding.
Yeah. I'm
I'm in a long right now.
on Bitcoin or Walmart.
Yeah. I just got long on no, fuck
Oh,
Walmart.
nice.
Walmart fuck off. From here. I'm long from here. Stop loss break even now.
Oh, nice.
Just a
Nice.
quick little scalp. Uh double bottom, getting above VWAP here. Had to wait. Here, I can share it. Here's the screen. Just as we were starting here. Up $130 realized, okay? Unrealized 85. Trying to push here. Looking for a continuation back in here. We obviously this is on Walmart, man. So like can't get mad here. Walmart didn't do anything to us, so looking for the continuation this morning. Back up. Back up. Can we go back up? Double bottom, right? Very clearly defined double bottom this morning. and a clear rejection. So going over what happened this morning is obviously we started our day and Walmart happened. Okay, we can't control Walmart. It's not our job to control Walmart. Wow, this is turning out to be a very nice trade. What we can control is our risk management. So we didn't take a trade this morning. I really wanted to go short. I'm not gonna lie. Like I really wanted to go short, but I didn't. Just because when price action comes into a key area, I'm looking for a couple of things. Okay. One, I have to understand that I'm looking for a reversal. Okay. We have a double top at the highs here. However, what happened this morning wasn't easy. Okay. We have a clearly defined uptrend. Okay. Clearly defined, like it's obvious, right? However, when we pushed up this morning, it was very up only. Okay, that's the thing, it's up only. So this is always a concern. So, and we had a trade fly box actually right here. A trade fly gave us this level last night. So make sure you go over to Piper Academy and watch that. We could have also put now we can put, if we want to go long here, we can put an OC box at the top too if we want. So wait till price gets into this box, then press buy. Okay? Because OC's magical superpowers is that he can buy tops and still make money. Okay?
Oh man. Oh, let's go Bitcoin. Trade flies. Nice. So, so sorry. I just was in too many places at a time right now. It's been a little bit of a headache, but yeah, sorry. You were
You're
saying
good, man.
that. Yeah,
I'm just
sorry.
going
You
over
were saying.
the trading
Yeah,
this morning.
perfect. Let's do it.
So when price got up here, you clearly have a rejection. You clearly have, a bearish divergence. The thing that I'm always looking for is I need to see structure change. Okay, so the structure change here happens so effing fast, it does not give you the chance to get in. So this is the 1 minute time frame. So you can see here you have uptrend, right? You have the break right here, right? So breakout, retest, continuation. You didn't get any opportunity in the break of trend here. Unless you press market sell when you see this happen, which is risky, you're not getting into this trade, okay? And it was a clear, absolute shit show to the downside, okay? However, as we come down here, so no trade, you're not gonna, I mean, you can market in and short this, but it's not really a good plan. You come in, you cross VWAP aggressively, and I was able to take we had a liquidity zone down in here that we were looking at as well. And we got a bounce out of here. So whenever you get a bounce back into VWAP, we are in an uptrend just like yesterday. Okay, this was exactly what happened yesterday, and we can go over that too. Right? We look for a return to VWAP. So I got long here, and got out here. Then we chopped about. I had breakfast with my son. We came down here. I saw a double bottom. I pressed long here, stop loss below the low here. Very cheap trade. And obviously I'm in the
Alex was busted
right now. So I'm just chilling now. We got a perfect little short-term balloon dog printing right now as we speak. Okay, it's a wiener dog though, because it's got really short legs. Okay, very short legs, and a big ass head. So we got a balloon dog printing right now. But this is your balloon dog. I front ran this setup, right? Because overall, I think we need a push up into 98,000. We didn't get, so this is what happened yesterday too, and the day before. It's actually quite funny. 3 days in a row, guys. This has happened to me. Didn't come to my key level. Didn't take the short. Close enough to my key level though to take the short. Okay. Yesterday. Or Tuesday. No, yesterday. Came to my key level. Didn't press short. Tuesday. Came to my key level. Didn't press short. Thursday, came to my key level, didn't press short. What the fuck, bro? I mean, like honestly, this like this one here, that's like $3,000. That's an easy $900. That's an easy 1% move, $900. $900. Easy. I don't know what I'm doing. I think I'm just blind. You know what I mean? So I don't know what's wrong with me lately. It's part of trading though. I mean, sometimes you're just not you're not seeing it, right? I mean, look at this trade right now. This is beautiful. I'm up $300 already, right? I took profit a little bit early because we are in on a break to the downside, looking for it to hold, but geez. So don't beat yourself up because what is going on right now, and I mentioned this to the community too in my Discord as well, is that we are whipsaw, man, like up, down, all around, right? It's like it'll chop and then it'll pop, right? It'll pop, 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 and then it'll chop, 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 pop, pop, right? So it's like you're gonna get your ass kicked if you're not in the right direction. So you need to be using a good stop loss, otherwise the market's gonna punish you. Now I am biased to the upside right now because of some things here. So let's look here. So we have a beautiful sweep of the lows in here. Okay. We have a market structure shift where we have changed character after pushing up last night. Okay, so we have mitigated these highs in here. We haven't come for this high. This is Big Daddy right now. This is the one we need to break. This is my target for today. Can we get up to here? $99,000 back into Valhalla Street. Okay, I don't know if we're going to get there. But that's kind of the target for this long, right? Now I'm 75% out of this trade. I've realized $200. I took profit way too early, but that's okay. Wasn't expecting it to pop off this quickly. So I just took it and started teaching. It's always important to pay attention when you're teaching, right? So continuation here up to this 99, this pink level. This is my special level, 99,000, big box in here. Okay. A couple stops along the way. Obviously, we have liquidity in these highs right now. So that's our first target, is to come for the liquidity up in here. Then we have an order block over here. And then we have our key level here, mitigation of the high, sweep of the lows, secret little order block in here that I'm looking for, okay? Psychological level too, right? That $100,000, that $99,000. It's quite weird. Like if you pull just any sort of volume in here, right? You can see that every shelf, this shelf here, $98,000. This shelf here, $97,000. This shelf here, $96,000. So the whole numbers are actually being good levels of support and resistance. So you can kind of navigate the charts a little bit like that as well. You can see here, where did we just bounce from, my friends? $97,000, right? So we'll see if it does want to continue. But for now, I'm in along, looking for continuation to the upside. We'll see if we get there. Trying to get up to this 98, 99. So far, so good. Are you still bearish, OC?
That's what I wanted to talk about a little bit. Let's take a look at what my doomsday scenario here. By the way, guys, a quick reminder that what I'm trying to do here is to plan for my worst case scenario, right? And try to convert my worst case scenario into an opportunity scenario. So therefore, remember that we also make calculations. If I'm not wrong, we did it on Tuesday. And I think I already deleted them. Yeah. Where we were looking at, the liquidations, which one were closer, either lower liquidations or higher liquidations, and we were expecting lower liquidations, and we were somewhere around this area because that's what I had, that little itty bitty dot in there. So we were somewhere around here, and we were expecting, well, then if it's lower, we could be having all the way down here, and that's why we had this little circle right here. All right, and after that circle, also we had this other trend line that it's a little bit cricket. It should have been like that. There we go. There we go, much better. And basically looking for an entry zone somewhere around here for the best case scenario, right? And then I was also telling you guys, well, then if we have the snowball effect, we might be able to get all the way down here. And this is just not taking out of my sleeve. This is a price action that already had happened in the past, which was this one, right? So we could be seeing it again. What has changed from before? Basically nothing. I mean, basically nothing, just timing of events happenings here. Something that I've been checking out, and that's why I have not yet traded it, it is this itty bitty range, right? So it's not that bad, I mean, to be honest. But I also need to acknowledge that I've been trying not to trade this range. This is a 3% range, which is still fine, which is very profitable, and we could have been doing 3 up and down, up and down, up and down, over and over and over and over, right? I always pledge to trade the ranges. So why I haven't played trade those ranges? It is because I want to be, or I'm allocating that itty bit of money on altcoins that are being a little bit more profitable because of a lower market cap, which then makes me accumulate USDT at this point, and then maybe convert it to USDC. That will depend. And then what allocating it if we see that reversal. So far, let me show you something that it's a little bit bearish. By the way, you can see this line because this is the next step that I want to see in order to turn back bullish, right? So we are right against the coursing here, right? Just like we were here. And what happened? We rejected. Of course that at some point we're going to be breaking out, but your entry was supposed to be down here, right? Especially right somewhere around here. Did I got in there? Not really. Not really. I was expecting it to be a little bit lower. Did not hit my entry point. It did play it out as I was expecting with the secondary flip, the pre-button double bottom higher low in here, but at this point we have a hidden divergence, we have a reversal. It seems like we might be forming a goose head. Let me show you what might be happening here, right? So what I want to see, and I'm going to be marking this goose head, it is the start of the goose head and the result or end of that goose head, which is going to be farther down the line, somewhere around here, right? The actual peaking here, it would be somewhere around here, all right? So let's analyze what we have in front of us. So this goose head basically just playing out is a weirdo goose head because I like to have a more like a goose head like this, right? That does look like a goose head, right? But that means that a further continuation before a pullback, right? And then a further movement to the upside. So let's even grab that same scenario, right? And remember that this is not exactly the same, but I could be having something like that, or even right now at this price, a little bit of a fake out, all right? And then what? Going to visit once again our support zone. All right. At this point, we're just too far into the range that I'm not going to be trading it. I'm just going to be waiting for breakout retest. That is why I have this line in here, because regardless what happens, I want to see a big body candle to the upside, to the downside. I'd rather have it to the upside, of course, right? But we are right against the dynamic reactor. So if I see a big body candle going through and closing above of the dynamic reactor, most likely I have a 75, 80-ish% probabilities that we are going to be seeing that breakout. So what's next? I'm going to be looking for example, an RSI, right? Let's bring it up, RSI priming here. And what I want to see there, it is something like, let me show you, something like this. I want to see something like this or something like that, all right? Wow, we are a topping here. So what we naturally can do, look at that, with that goose head or flip of the ribbon, well then going back and losing it all. I think the same could happen, but we're reaching tops and reaching bottoms, which usually indicates that we're building up that strength. And what strength are we, or that pressure, and what pressure am I talking about? Well, then this bearish divergence, this hidden bearish divergence. That is not really talking about a big dump, but it's talking about a disparity between volume and direction, all right? So where from where to where? From here to here. So a whole cycle, so a whole wave pattern. For me, let me just explain you. What is a wave pattern? For me, a wave pattern is an oval, right? Let me explain a little bit more. If I just grab this oval, cut it in half, and then cut it once again in half, I can rearrange this into moving this part and moving this other part into, or twisting it into, let me show you, bear with me here, into a wave pattern, all right? So what happens if I, for example, cut here and then cut here and then grab this end and twist it all the way here? I get, once again, a complete circle. If you study sound or you study electricity, this is gonna make a lot of sense. But the point is that we have a unit of oscillation, all right? This unit of oscillation has to do with um, harmonics and has to do with, oh man, I forgot the name of this circle, Fibonacci's sequence. Let's not jump into that mathematical thing, right? I just want you to notice that for me, that is a cycle within a range, all right? So a full circle, which is a start of the wave and the end of the wave at the center point, that for me, it is a whole cycle. So this is talking about, right, this divergence right here is talking about a divergence or disparity within a whole cycle here. So it's not just talking about the immediate price action just reversing. It's talking about the whole range having a disparity of money influx and direction, right? Or at least talking about from the beginning right here. Oh, oops. To the end right here. And if we just give us a little bit of slack, like maybe here, a couple of candles, we can see that we are grabbing this point right here, and we are right now on the confirmation of this other point right here. So if we twist this, we are gonna be having a full circle, which again, all of this explanation, just so you understand what a cycle is, right? A wave pattern is the smallest unit of oscillation, which talks about the major ranging event, all right? So what's going to be the deal here? Are we going up or down, right? I think that is the question. I think that we're going up. But I still think because of the divergence that we need to find that equilibrium. And how do we find that equilibrium? Liquidating people. So once again, I believe that we can still have that same scenario. But at this point, I'm going to be adjusting it. Oh, come on, man. A little bit less dramatic. I don't know if I made it less or more dramatic. There we go. I think something like that. All right. So I'm just giving it a pattern or a stretch that lays down with this trend line, right? So at this point, I'm just kind of like going by eye, playing it by ear, right? So and why is that? Because we need to either break the circle to then reform another pattern, right? Or just lose the trade or lose the trend, sorry, which is at this point, it's sideways. So at this point, I need to break the circle pattern, right? So get out of the trend and then start breaking out of this cycle. So I think that this is what we're going to be seeing. Yet again, this is a little bit of a fire ridge, all right? I like to predict or try to predict what's coming up ahead so nothing takes me by surprise. So let's just wrap this up. I know this has become a little bit too technical or too, I don't know, not to the point, maybe. So what I'm seeing is the possibility of a breakout retest, right? On my retest, I'm going to be going long, and off we go. My entry is going to be right here at 98. So that's we are already too into the range that I'm not willing to trade it because, I mean, it can break at any point at this point, right? How does that compare into 15 minutes? What are we talking about? When you get I'll read that in a second. Give me just 1 second just to finish up this idea. All right, so either breakout retest or getting back at these areas for re-adding. What am I doing with my altcoins? A couple of altcoins that we've been talking about, and Atom, it stopped me out. Oh man, it stopped me out right there, and then moved into the actual freaking thing. Look at that, almost covered my stop loss. Well, fucked up there. First hit of the week. Near we're playing out already. So basically, we already have broken to the zero line, and I just want to see this soft order block start reversing. So we have the V-shaped recovery. INA already into profits. SoundDog, it did actually hit my target. There we go. Right here, you can see it here. SoundDog crossing, and then we are forming a bullish pattern, bullish flagging here. And finally, Meta. By the way, this is an entry. We're waiting for a possible entry right there. All right. Reading your question, or it seems like Alex, you already have read it too. Do you want me to pass it over to you?
No, he was just asking me for risk, what I risk when I'm
Oh,
scalping.
got it, got it,
I
got it. I
answered
thought it was a
JT.
technical.
Y-
Oh, nice. So this is my plan for right now, and let's just visit, or let's do a, let's call it a wellness check, all right? Just to see if I lost my mind here. Um, Remember that there's always, that's why I have my setup of different Bitcoin charts. So I can create from scratch an own analysis and then comparing down the line. Just so I understand that I'm just not completely diverging from one day from another. And this is basically what I'm trying to do, right? I want to compare myself from past OC and see how my evolution of thought has been changing or being sustained and being playing out, right? So let's go for the next one here. As you can see, the same thing I was talking about. Look at that, a possible range. By the way, I changed this direction yesterday or a couple of days ago, was a little bit behind here. I still think that we could still have that sweep of the lows and then going up. Remember plan A, and I still have this plan A. Let me just move it to my right. Exactly the same, just timing has been changing, right? Plan A and plan B, all right? So far, the signals has been there and it's been consistent on my analysis. If I have changed it maybe on fine tuning it, that's what I'm seeing between this chart, which is the Binance chart, and this Bitstamp chart, all right? Let's go to the next one here. Maybe for a farther or bigger zone. So basically the same thing, just pushing this over here, and maybe I'll consider moving it up a little bit, but not quite there. If I get a rejection, I leave it. If I see a breakout, maybe I'll just change this, maybe something like that. We'll see how that plays out. So still within the same line of thought in here, right? And finally, there we go. Remember, this is on daily. Daily, we are looking for a trend line hitting here. And remember that since this is daily and we're hitting all the way back down here, these two lines, well, then that will be just 2 point of context, and we could even be playing with this a little bit, right? So that's why I'm using at this point my dynamic reactor. I know this is the forecast of my dynamic reactor, but it already have divergence, so let's just fix it, something like that, and then also fix my possible target zone. There we go. So still within the same zone, possible sweep of the lows, or just ending this this bearish trend, right? To then maybe start creating, there we go, with this low, and this possible next low. You see how everything is just pairing up. Just the finished or the end. Let's use this as a trend line also. Let me just remove this, and let's leave that. Let's remove it just for the sake of understanding. There we go. Maybe sweep of the lows, right? Breakout retest, and off we go. So that's why I keep this on in here, and I think that will be it. So far everything is coherent from very far out, because we've been talking about this since I believe January, so 1 month ago. We're still on the same area here. So the main point for me to change my perspective or the break and re-entry on Bitcoin is actually on daily. And just to wrap it up, look at what's going on. And I need another big thing here. Look at what's going on here. We have a bullish divergence. Let's freaking go, man. I've been waiting for this one for so long, and I think it played out 2 days ago or yesterday. I don't quite remember that. But finally, we have a bullish divergence at the bottom, just like we had it right here. And what happened between those two divergences? Let's just measure that. Right? At least we had, look at the end of the bearish trend for a bounce, right? bing, bang, boom, bang, boom, bang, bam. Right? The kind of shit, I mean, you wouldn't understand. Man, I just can't stop thinking that in my head, man. It's the only itty bitty part that is stuck in my head.
Kendrick
Too much
Lamar.
TikTok. Yeah, too much TikTok, man. Oh,
Oh
all right.
man, what are we gonna do with you?
That's what I got. Am I bearish? I don't know how to answer that, to be honest, because, dude, I'm well deep within Bitcoin, and I like to see Bitcoin going up, but also I want to look for possibilities, right? So I don't know. After all of this, how would you? What is your perspective? Is this OC bearish or is this OC bullish?
You're OC bearish, man. It's gonna go to the moon.
Oh, nice, nice. All right. Guys, any question on all of
I
this
think
blah
you
blah
should have
blah
taken that
class?
Ethereum trade, man.
Let's do. I am in Ethereum, man. What are you talking
Did you
about?
see this? Did you see the Celestia trade I gave yesterday? Oh fuck!
I did not. Show it off. Show it off.
I gave this on Chart Prime Hackers. These guys should be paying me more money, man. Look at this thing. My God,
Nice. Look at that.
15%, bro. I said breakout retest. Look, breakout retest.
Perfect. Look at that. Love it.
We were here yesterday, right? Anyways, beautiful trade. Yeah, Ethereum. My man, is Ethereum gonna go yet or what?
I know, man.
I mean,
Fuck
I gave you
Ethereum,
the
dude.
long from here. I keep telling you to long at 26.
I am into
30.
long. I am into long. Let me share it to you here on my chart,
But
my followable chart.
we
But it's
could
just
go
not
here.
going.
I mean, it's getting into one of these right here. So I think if we're looking, we could come right back down to 26.50 and still be bullish. That's kind of what I'm looking at. Got to get above 29, man. That's kind of the barrier right now, and the top of this range in here. So you got a lot of resistance in here, and everybody thinks it's a shit coin. So are you looking at Ethereum or what?
Yeah, absolutely. Let me share my screen. I share a chart where I was jumping in. Ethereum. Here it is. All right, so this was actually the man. I don't know. If I was, dude, if you tell me that I'm sniping your calls, I would actually believe you. But
I don't mind. You're supposed to. You're supposed to take the good calls.
oh man, that hurts, buddy. Uh, I'm just
No,
kidding.
your trades are great. I take your trades sometimes too.
I know, I know. I'm just messing with you. I'm just messing with you. I'm just building up the beef when I challenge you to another Halo challenge.
Well, you better practice.
You know what? No kidding, man. No kidding. All right, I'm not. I'm over with my butt hurt. This guy just kicked my ass, man. uh, Still, I think I put a decent play. We'll see. We'll see. I'll train, man. I'll train. By the way, oops, I think I lost this recording, or at least this part of the recording. But we'll see what I can do. All right, so my entry was right here. I was expecting, Alex gave me the call for the short right there. He said short it, and also he said long it here. So very nice. Shout out to Alex on sniping in Ethereum. And I told him, you know what? I think that we might have another chance. And I'm waiting for that one. Why? Because we're overextended. I might be willing just to go for the very low party here to try to catch a breakout retest, right? To be very, very, very well positioned here at this point. So I entered right here, kind of close, a little bit late in that trade. Let's take a look at my entry, which this is accurate, by the way. What is it? Let me see. Entry point. 2,650, 83 cents. And then let me lock this so I don't want to move it. Perfect. And yesterday we moved our stop to entry. Why? Because we were almost topping up here. And yes, despite we have that little bit of a goose head playing out, it did play out. Thought it moved to the down to the upside for then a possible reversal. And we're seeing that reversal. What I don't really like it is look at that money flow. Money flow is just not there. It's taking a vacation, man. It's on Bahamas or whatever. Look at that. It's just constantly going down, 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 down. And I'm afraid that we might be seeing a little bit of a. Let me show you something like this. Look at that. Not doing anything and whoop, just losing his shit. Right? So let's see what happened there. I don't think that we're gonna get this. All right. I don't think that we're gonna get that exactly. But if Bitcoin fails, I believe that we could be even getting to 2,500. Again, I'm not planning for that. I'm not even gonna be looking at this for the bearish stamp, for the bearish scenario. I'm just gonna be longing Ethereum as I can. So far, stop to entry. Just waiting to either get stopped out at profits or break a retest and catch the very bottom of that range. Bug, what's up, brother? Honey, the sand, huh? Oh yeah, a little bit. By the way, do you catch that picture that I sent you or the video of my electrical thing? By the way, we were talking about yesterday about that I'm going three-phase electricity and a full solar, and he was recommending that I do some mining. And it was just like he read my mind because I'm preparing for actually a workshop down below, but I spend it basically all my budget on the electrical thing. And I might be looking into maybe a second-hand miner, maybe down the road. But I don't know. What do you guys suggest? Do you guys mine?
Only with a pickaxe, man.
Not Bitcoin mining, or sorry, not altcoin mining. That's how I like to DCA.
Never,
DCA.
never done any
Nice.
mining.
Oh, I
I
did.
just that's how you started, no?
Yeah, that's how it started exactly. When my architecture thing failed because of pandemic, I was stuck with a freakingly amount of servers, quantity of servers and stuff. So I said, why not? Let's mine it. And yeah, that's how it started.
That's cool. I've closed my long.
Nice. FOMO, FOMO, FOMO.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner, baby.
Let's go. Nice. Today's Thursday, and seems that things are moving a little bit slow. Guys, if you have a request, let us know. And if not, I think we're gonna be wrapping up the class and jumping into seeing what's gonna be moving. So tomorrow, I'm gonna be preparing a couple of possible trades for you. I want to see or taking advantage of the slow movement of weekends, which I believe we might be able to reposition if we fall down below a couple of levels. I haven't done my full investigation, but I'll do that today and I'll bring that tomorrow morning. Can you like liquidation questions? Yeah, absolutely. Could you maybe or do you have it, Alex? I don't know.
I'm looking at Sui for Little Fish, and then his liquidation questions are above there. So just scroll up. So Sui, yeah, I mean we were able to take a nice long off of here before Little Fish, but V-shaped recovery right now in play. I think Crypto Face is actually long on this thing from here. So yeah, rip into the upside right now. A little bit overextended. A V-shaped recovery coming in. You got your key level resistance at $3.40. I do hold a lot of Sui, so I am bullish on Sui mid to long term here. Looking at this range in here, yeah, very choppy. So Sui does chop quite a bit. So you know, if you are looking for a continuation trade, you can clearly see that it has broken out of this big ass downtrend that it was in. And then your major level of resistance is going to come in right here. If you can see it, I can see it. I know you can see it because you're a smart trader. So you're going to need to get above this. It's really, really where you're at. So this is your top bun on the hot dog, right? So as you push up here, if we go into like a 1 hour, and you can see this is continuing to push here, we can see that there is nice bullish momentum. So if this momentum isn't broken, you look for continuation, right? So you do have a key level of support. I would say, yeah, you could bring this up just a little bit in here. You can see the volume within this range. Yeah, so you're coming up to the top of that volume here. You can see a little bit of a range in here. Okay, so if you push up here, you're looking to claim $3.40. If you come back down, your main support level, okay, I would change this a little bit right here. I would do this, and I would do this here. So you're kind of banging your head here. Never mind that 340. You're looking to get above 345 here as a volume node. So as you proceed, you can see pretty even V-shaped recovery here, right? So you come back in here, you have liquidity in the highs here. So this can pop. It's going to be obviously very determined on Bitcoin. Okay, I closed my Bitcoin long right now because, well, look where we're at, right? And I did not flip short. Don't think I flipped short. I did not hit flip short. Okay, I'm done for the day. I've made my money. I'm very happy with today. I've taken 2 trades, one from here, one from here. Made like $1,300. So I'm chilling. I'm chilling. You take the money. You don't give the money back once you've getting your money. If your goal is 900 for the day, you get your money, and you've made more. Ciao. I'll see you tomorrow. Markets aren't going to run away from you. They'll always be here, right? But yeah, coming into this liquidity zone here, double topping. What I would have liked to see this morning, right? Like we pushed up, I would have liked to see that very more constructive than the downtrend. Okay, liquidity at our low. So we're having a nice balloon dog push up here on Bitcoin. Can we consolidate and then attempt to break out? Trying to come for that target right around 99,000. Possible, and then I would look for SUI to follow that, right? So you're very much flagging out here as well, looking for a reclaim of that $3.35 and continuation up into that 360 area. I would do a spin in my chair and do a 360, but there's not that much room behind my desk. So that's what I'd be looking for. Hopefully that helps you. If you want like entry criteria for SUI, you're looking for continuation. So if anything, this would be your small range. Anything retesting back into 325. If you're looking for a re-entry, or you're looking for a clean breakout retest continuation, I would give it some more time. So you can see how this trend is coming up right here, right? So that's going to give you a time zone from here to here, right? So this is your time zone, and then this is your time zone. You want to think about time as 70%, okay? 70%, because you typically, on all your bullshit patterns, your wedges and shit, you get to about 70%, and that's when you're going to get a decision. You're going to get either a fake out, back in and continue, you're going to get a breakout retest, okay? But you're typically, if you're looking for decision making, you're looking to here. Right, this would be 50%. So you're looking anything after 50%. So you're looking at almost 8 o'clock tonight, right? Whether it's a breakout retest continuation, that would be this evening, right? And don't get me wrong, it's done crazier things where it's just gone, parabolic, and that's fine too. You can still try to take that, but I wouldn't trade this unless you got clear confirmation of a retest and continuation. Okay, and that's how I would treat it. Otherwise, you're looking to chop within here and then eventually go. And if you are going to break, you break down here and then eventually come back down and grab some of the liquidity at the lows here. And that's how I would treat it.
Absolutely. Let me just go over really quick. So, a couple of questions before we wrap things up. We don't have much time, but let me explain or try to explain a little bit in here. Your question is technical because you're talking about numbers, but at this point, despite we're talking about numbers, it hits a gray area where if I answer yes, I will be correct, and if I also answer no, I will also technically be correct. Let me explain a little bit on that. Trying to keep it simple. Let me read first your question. Here it is. Liquidations or liquidation areas of chart prime, right? 50 minutes in the liquidation number accurate or theory? All right, accurate, but also not theory, but has a lag. That's where things start changing. Why? Because liquidations right here, and also you can see the numbers. Actually, the numbers that they show, it's volume. So the brokers send volume data to TradingView, and we're able to read volume data. So the volume data that you see is just dead point. It's bullseye data. But here's where the threshold comes into place. For example, let me draw right here between the 100x, and then this other 100x from here. Let's draw that box, right? And let's go to the 4 hours. You'll see now, then let's give it a little chance here. You'll see now that depending on which chart you are on, there we go, you'll see either a bigger or a smaller gap. Why? Because they discriminate a window of value. If not, I mean, you will have basically everything from here to there and everything from here to there, all right? So why does that change this, and why does it discriminate? Because it needs to give you better data, right? What we have discovered is that if we just populate everything here, first of all, we overload the system. And second of all, because we're going to be reading, I don't know, 5 minutes data into the 4 hours or into the daily, which is going to be just adding RAM that is not going to be providing any useful information. Why? Because at this point, you want to trade the bottom, right? I mean, what is the best? Where you can trade the bottom and sell the top, right? So what it does, it takes pivots to discriminate a zone, right? So you can see where we're going to be having that much volume out of the current range that we are. That is how it plays out in this volume, also in this indicator, which is the zones, all right? Another thing, it is that, remember, this is based on position size, based on volume allocation per point, if that makes sense. Well, we can estimate an open order based on that volume allocation. And so still the data, it's pinpoint, right? But then how do you classify these zones? Well, then, yes, of course, you take a look at who is at 100x, who is at 50x, and where is that liquidation price based on the current price action, based on the volume allocation, right? So I don't know if that answers your question. I think what you're trying to tell me, it is basically how to use it to predict whether it's moving up or down based on what is up next. Because you said the red wick, yeah, this discriminates because that wick up and then the wick down here basically give you a gap, right? So that's why it discriminates. On 1 hour, 23, all right, push. Yep, exactly. So theoretically, it's not theoretically, it is theoretically, because the way that we bunch up stuff. Let me show you in a practical way. That's what, despite the liquidity zones are much more sleeker, and I love how they look, especially because they give you the 100x, 50x, 25x, and the allocation of volume. I mean, I love it. I'm a little bit more nerd into the things that I like to have in here, and that's why I go for just liquidations, which is a set of lines. It also gives you a discrimination point, but give you more pinpoint zones where that heat map or that concentration is located, right? So now or then you can either turn on and off, and you see that this is brighter and this is less brighter, right? So if you go to settings, you also see that you can show the 5x, 10x, 25, etc., 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 right? And you change the brightness and the colors right here. So you'll see based on that which ones are which, right? So 50x, 100x, 50x, 25x, so on and so forth. So how would you group them? So would you group them like this? Or would you group them like that? That depends, right? So then what was that depends? I would say that that depends based on the gaps and the time frame that you are in. So you can see blocks of liquidations regarding important zones that you would like to trade, or the movement that you're expecting in certain time frames, right? So when you start grouping them, that comes not theoretical, but a I don't know, a coder's choice of grouping threshold, if that makes sense. So that will give you a little bit of slack, right, between one and another. And then when you zoom in, basically zooming in, not with the zoom button, but zooming in into, like, for example, 30 minutes into the charts, well, then that zones, they get recalculated and they give you more zones. Look at that. Remember that box that was just one line? Remember that one? Now it turned out that they're 1, 2, 3, 4 lines. Why? Because at this point, giving you that much detail makes sense when you're in 30 minutes, other than if you are in the 4 hours. Because when you're in the 4 hours, you need more volume to make the price react in the 4 hours. That what you will be considering a trade on the 30 minutes, if that makes sense. So I think that should be answering your question. Please let me know if I did answer it. If not, make sure to push. Yes, there's many different things you can get information from. It's a bit much something. So if not, feel free to leave a comment on the class recording. I'm going to be uploading it right after this class. And I'll make sure to create a video specifically answering any questions that you may still have of this. Other than that, we have run out of time, guys. Thank you so much for joining today. And Alex, thank you so much for being around. Also, thank you so much for starting on time. And anything else that you want to say to Puli before we go?
Yeah, of course. Honestly, the price action's not easy right now. So it's like you need to be entering with the expectation that there's going to be a lot of volatility, and that's going to allow you to feel a lot more comfortable in your trades. So like you can see, like I got long off that double bottom, but price shot in my direction because I waited long enough for the double bottom. Right now, we've hit liquidity, price is shooting back down, right? So it's like you need to be prepared for price to kind of whip around, but by being patient, you're really going to give yourself an advantage to not feeling so overexposed when price is moving. Okay, so give yourself enough time, lower your leverage, lower your position size, and trade, but try not to be too hard on yourself. It's not easy trading this right now. It's challenging. So be careful out there, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Absolutely. TB, by the way, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do today's class because we have an overlapping schedule today. I'll try my best to be here. Maybe I'll be a little bit late, but if not, we can keep this or take it on tomorrow's class. Guys, thank you so much for joining. Be careful out there in the market. I know it's boring at this point, but keep the eye on the ball because when everybody's looking away, that's when they like to make the play, right? So other than that, thank you guys so much and see you guys tomorrow.